So my name is Jeremy Navarro. Let me get this out of the way. If you guys want to know a little bit more about me, go on Instagram, Jeremy T. Navarro. That's how you find out about me, all right? So listen, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, all right? We all know that, okay? So here's the thing about me, though. I am single, all right? But I want to know, like, where my people are at, okay? So ladies, if you're single, let me hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, you scared me for a second. I thought, like, was nobody? Okay, all right, got some. All right, we'll play fair, though. So, guys, if you're single, let me hear you. Ooh, there's a lot more there. All right, I got more competition than I thought, but it's all right. I can work with that. So, it's been interesting because, you know, there's this, like, misconception that, like, oh, you shouldn't be single on Valentine's Day or something like that. And I think that's bullshit, right? So listen, a year ago, I got divorced from my wife. We were married for 10 years. She left me for another man. Fuck her, I know. So, but I made this common mistake where I, was trying to prove something, so I got into a relationship like real soon after that and was ignoring red flags all over the place. But I realized now that I'm done with that, I missed a really important stage of healing. Because I think if you go from like heartbreak and then eventually, you're gonna find someone else later, there's this stage where you really need to be by yourself. You need to be single. You need to learn about yourself, right? Yeah, it's important. It's also commonly known as the hoe phase. Let me tell you, I am in it and it is nice. Like, I feel like nobody ever told me that casual sex is amazing. Like, I've only had sex in a relationship. So even this last girl that I'm talking about, she was only the 4th woman I've ever had sex with, right? So I'm looking at going like, shit, like, wanting to get back into the dating world, I'm a little bit behind the curve, so I gotta kind of work on that shit. And so I realized, as I'm kind of getting in there, there's some big differences between casual sex and like 10-year-old sex. So,
clarify.
Sorry, yep, hold on. Sorry. Bad choice of words. What I mean is I was married for 10 years, that's what I meant, so like 95% of my sexual experience comes from her. So, there's some differences though, so I'm gonna say casual sex versus relationship sex, so that way I don't get in trouble with that. So, one of the differences is vocabulary. Like, I've been finding it interesting, because I think really there's only 3 acceptable terms for male genitalia. 1, penis, reserved for little boys or like men that are kind of small, okay? And then I think there's like a majority of people can kind of fit into this category, and it's what I call it, a dick. I have a dick. I think that's like your normal average man. Maybe plus or minus a little bit, and like, not to brag, but I've measured, and I am 0.3 inches above the national average, so do with that what you will, ladies. But I was with this girl, and I take it out, and she looks at me and she goes, ooh, I want to suck that cock. Oh, and I got a little weird about it, because like to me, cock is reserved for porn or guys that are like real large. Like the kind of guys that walk around the locker room with their towels over their shoulder and like they don't care because they're walking around. Like, I can't deal with that. And I realize, listen, I got to address something here. I realize I'm in a room filled mostly with black men, so there's probably a lot of cocks in here. And you know what? That's fine. I'm not gonna let that bother me. Okay, I'm gonna make this. So she says, I want to suck that cock, and I get embarrassed, and I'm like, what is that? Like, okay, like, it's a little weird about it, man. The other thing I notice is a little different. Is like sometimes when it's casual sex and there's not like a future there, they get real volunteery with like their fantasies and stuff. So this other girl's telling me, she's like, hey, what about a threesome? And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like, I don't know if I can go from 6 right to 8. Like, can I skip that grade? I'm not sure. Like, I was kind of struggling with this. And she says, no, with another guy. Ooh, okay. Yeah. You gotta start questioning some stuff about yourself. You gotta wonder, like, yeah, I've seen it in porn. It looks kind of cool. Maybe it's fun. Maybe if he stays on the other side, it's okay. Hopefully I'm not bringing a dick to a cock party. And like, but like, she can tell I'm hesitating and the moment's kind of gone. And so like, nothing ends up happening from it. But I want to be prepared for next time. So I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking, I think I can do it. Like, I do it under one condition. No matter what, at the end, I am 100% going to come on the dude. Now, hear me out. It's not a gay thing. It's nothing like that. I want to know that for the rest of his life, he's going to tell people, yeah, I was in a threesome, it was cool, and like that's the end of his story. But that motherfucker's going to know, yeah, but at the end, the big guy came right on my nipple, and that was weird. Like, I'm going to be a thorn in his head for the rest of his fucking life, and I love that. That's some power shit right there. Yeah. But I will say, I think the number one difference between casual sex and relationship sex is really the difference between fucking and making love, okay? So, I've noticed something about myself. I'm really good at making love, okay? I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm not the greatest when it comes to fucking. Like, I run into some issues and stuff. So, there's this girl, we get into the bedroom, and she rips off my clothes, she rips off her clothes, she throws me on the bed, she starts to squat over, she does like the spit thing, and then like she starts like bouncing on me, right? Now this should be fun, I should be enjoying it, and I'm realizing something's happening. While I'm like mid-fucking her, I realize she is satisfying a deep-seated fantasy that I didn't know I had. Like this is like pre-puberty. You see, this woman, she's got pale skin and red hair. And I'm realizing as I'm fucking her, I want to fuck Wendy's. Like, listen, I know what you're thinking. I'm not talking about the restaurant. Like, I'm not some weird pervert that's gonna stick my dick in like the grease pipe. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the logo, the Wendy of Wendy's, okay? I know some of you motherfuckers have been in that drive-thru, you've looked over, you saw Wendy's in her little circle, and you wondered, what would it look like if that circle was a little bit lower and because you know Wendy's has got those like pink puffy nipples that you can just be like, woo, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And if you haven't thought of that, sorry, you're never going to be able to look at Wendy's the same way again, right? Listen, I'm going to be real with you ladies too, right? I feel like maybe some judgment coming here. Ladies, you're not like free from this. I know there's at least one person in this room that had a lonely night and saw the commercial and went, yeah, we're gonna have it my way, Burger King. Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, you went Jack in the Box though. No, you said it. I heard it. Don't even try to deny it. Like, I heard it and I was gonna let you off the hook. But yeah, no, she nasty. It's the pinky nose, isn't it? Yeah. You were like, ooh, that can get in there. Mm-hmm. You're more fucked up than I am. But here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to like fucking. So she's going down, squatting on me, and it should be nice. But she's got an ass, and this ass is bouncing on my balls. And it's getting a little uncomfortable, right? So I'm trying to like get out of the way, but like I'm like, fuck, I don't know, this is weird. And the other thing is like, the positioning that she's in, like this like full squat mode, it really like opens her up wide, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of felt like I was putting on a glove that was like 2 sizes too large. So like, it more felt like I was like rattling around. It was uncomfortable for me. But here's the thing I want to address. I think it's wrong. It's a misconception that you can't make love even in casual sex. You see, because making love to me, this is a moment where 2 people come together, and it's beautiful. And in this moment, nothing else exists but the right there and the right now. So from the undressing, to the caressing, to the kissing, to the me laying you down on the bed, and me going down on you for as long as it takes. Because in this circumstance, I do believe nice guys finish last. So it was part of my pleasure to give you pleasure. And in that moment, if time doesn't exist except for the right then, it doesn't matter if there's a past and it doesn't matter if there's a future. So 2 people can come together and it's beautiful. And at the end, you are satisfied. And you finish and it's beautiful. And then it's my turn and I'm satisfied and I finish and it's beautiful. And then I get a little weird, and I'm just like, boop, boop, all right, hey, I called you an Uber. Go away. This is weird. I don't know what to do. But listen, the overall theme of what I want to talk about tonight is it's okay to be single. I think it's important to have that time in your life. I'm going to tell you something that my ex-wife told me. This is about 2 months after we got divorced. And remember, she is already dating a guy. She met him before we got divorced. And she says to me, I actually feel bad for you because it feels like I'm winning the divorce. Fucked up shit, I know. But here's the thing. She was right. Because she was already in a relationship, and I was trying so desperately to be in a relationship, ignoring all these red flags, because I was following in her path. And I would always be behind her, so yeah, she was always winning. And so now that I'm single, and really embracing it, I've realized, I think I've discovered, like the secret of happiness. Do you guys want to know what the secret of happiness is?
Yeah.
Huh. And this part, I'm gonna be real with you guys. This isn't even a joke. This is just some real shit. I want you guys to feel something tonight, okay? So here it is. Stop following other people's paths. Right. It's as simple as that. Stop looking at other people going, oh, if only I could have that, I'd be happy. If I could have that life, I'd be happy. If I could drive this car, have this job, have that much money. Fuck that. You find your path. And when you're on your path, the only person you're competing with is yourself. So you look at that and you go, okay, I know the goals I want to achieve. I know where I want to go in my life. Did I make any progress towards that? Whether it's an inch or a mile. If you made any progress, that's a fucking victory and you should be damn proud of yourself. Okay?
No!
That's right. And it's amazing the things you can find when you're single. Because you understand your true value when there's nothing else connecting you. It's just you. And you know your value. And don't you dare for a second ever let go of that value because some pretty ass walks in front of you and you think, oh, okay, I'm going to get rid of this so I can be with that. It's never going to be happy. It's never going to be good enough. And that, on this pre-Valentine's Day, is what I want to tell you, is that it's an amazing thing what you can learn while being a hoe. And it is amazing. And so listen, I'm about to walk off stage here, but I'm just gonna say, I gotta put this out there. Maybe there's someone else in here tonight that's looking to go in a hoe phase. Hit me up. Everyone else, my name is Jeremy Navarro. You guys have been fucking amazing. Thank you. Make some noise for Jeremy Navarro.